Instagram has changed forever. If you're a DJ or music producer, this update affects you because for the first time ever, your reels, carousels, even your captions are now showing up in Google searches. This means fans don't need to open the app to discover you. If they search your artist name, track IDs, or even like July Tech House Bangers, your post could be what's shown up. And while some people are talking about this, barely anyone in our scene actually explains what it means for artists like you. So if you're trying to grow an audience, promote tracks, and build a brand that lasts, this is your chance to get ahead of the curve. Hey, I'm Graham. I built a dance music platform, Data Transmission, and for the last 10 years, I've helped thousands of DJs grow online through my course, The Artist Blueprint. I'm also the author of Gather, Give and Grow, the Amazon #1 Instagram blueprint for DJs and music producers and creators like you. And it's going to help you grow across Instagram. And inside our community, I've helped thousands of artists go from the bedroom to internationally touring acts. And today, I'm going to show you how this Instagram update and a few other key features they've just rolled out you might have missed can help you do the same. First, let's get into the most significant change that's happened, and it's already live, and what that means for your visibility outside of Instagram, as well as why your next post might already be showing up on Google. So the big news, Instagram has now confirmed that both the app and the site are being indexed by Google. This is a fundamental shift because for the first time, what you post on Instagram can now show up in Google search results. Go and try it, search something that you posted. So what is actually being shown on Google right now? Here's what's been indexed: Reels, captions, alt text, single image posts, carousels, public profile photos. And that means your words matter more than ever, especially in your captions and your formatting. If you post a track ID, make sure you post it like track ID, artist, title, label, because that's now searchable on Google. So if someone types that in after hearing your track in a mix, your post on Instagram will show up. If you have a radio show or a podcast, say for instance on Data Transmission or any other radio show, start listing the tracks you've added because they now can make your post more visible. Same with the kind of chart style posts. Make sure you tag artists, labels, record labels. If your caption reads something like Tech House Bangers for festival sets in July 2025, that's exactly the kind of post that can actually rank in search, bringing new traffic from outside of Instagram. But this only applies to certain types of content and accounts. And here's what's not been indexed: stories, highlights, private accounts, personal non-professional accounts. And to clear up the confusion, here's what Instagram's head, Adam Maziri, said directly. Instagram generally requests that search engines like Google do not index the content user photos and videos from stories, reels, and posts and highlights. However, we are allowing search engines to index photos and videos from public reels and posts that were uploaded or posted from January the 1st, 2020 onwards from accounts that meet the criteria. So what that means in plain English is if your account is public, professional, creator, and you're over 18, Google can now crawl and index your public reels, your posts, which means if you've been posting track IDs, set lists, music breakdowns, you've been doing it right. You've been following these videos because I've been talking about that for a while. And these posts can now be shown up in Google. It's like SEO for DJs and producers, turning the platform into more of a powerhouse like YouTube. It's something most artists in our scenes won't be doing. So for creators and marketers and artists like us, this update means one thing: new visibility, new traffic, and new rules. Instagram posts that used to live and die inside the app. If someone didn't see your reel within 24 hours, it was kind of gone. Now, your content can be picked up by Google and sit in search for months and years. That's a whole new stream of organic discoverable content, especially if you're making the kind of content where it's got track IDs, it's got chart roundups, maybe you're doing production clips, tutorials. If you're doing event recaps as well, that could be indexing as well because you're talking about an event and people search that event. That's going to really help club shows and festivals. And if you're already posting, that's great. Good news, you're literally ahead. If not, this is your sign to start. And here's the key mindset shift. Start thinking of Instagram posts like mini blog posts. Use clear language, use keywords that people might search, i.e. artist names, i.e. track titles, festival names, club show names, subgenres, melodic house, minimal, jungle, and use situations like best warm-up set tracks, festival tech house tracks, how to layer your kicks in techno. These things are all searchable now. This is such a big deal because when you write for both people and search engines, that post you made in April could still be bringing you fans and new followers in October, November, December. If this is the kind of update that is news to you and you're still trying to keep up with how to grow as an artist, then make sure you hit subscribe, because I post weekly videos breaking down real growth strategies for DJs, music producers, music creators, artists, stuff that actually works without burning you out. So hit that button and let's stay ahead together. Now, we've covered the Google indexing update. Let's look at some other big announcements from Instagram that they've just rolled out, including new post sides, the Edits app, DM features that can actually help you grow faster. We'll break them down one by one and how they might actually impact you as DJs and producers. First one, Instagram ideal post side has changed again, and you'll remember it went from that kind of old square format to a 1080 by 1350, i.e. 4x5, which, let's be honest, has been an absolute pain in the arse for music people, especially when most track artworks are still square, podcast artworks are square. Well, now they've shifted it again and it's now 1080 by 1440, i.e. 3x4. This new size fits your phone screen better and avoids awkward cropping. Your phone camera already shoots in that format, so it's actually, in theory, it makes it quicker and easier from shooting to editing to posting with less friction. For DJs and producers, you're going to need to resize your gig flyers, your release announcements, your promo graphics to this format. And for those making artwork for your releases, you now have to make this extra Instagram size content so it feels more native and takes up more of the screen, and you can capture more attention in feed. Number 2, Edits. This is an Instagram editing app with built-in insights. Instagram launched this Edits app, and it's been out for a moment, and it's built specifically to help creators make better reels faster. And while it's been clearly designed with a mobile phone first creators in mind, there are a few standout features worth knowing about. Firstly, I'll be completely honest, I make most of my content on desktop using CapCut, using the desktop version. I find it much easier. Sorry, Instagram. Phone editing, it just isn't my thing. I've got fat fingers, small buttons, kind of, you know the drill. However, the real win is inside the Edits app with the insights. You can actually see how your posts have performed while you're editing, so you can see how much retention a video got. This means you're not guessing. You can build your next base and your next video on what's already worked. They've also got a teleprompter, which is completely free, which makes speaking to camera way easier. Perfect for those production tips, explaining your new release, or doing any kind of promo to camera. Other features worth noting: AI tools for captions and automations. They've got a green screen and background cut out. There's a really good project management and saved drafts, so you can repost. If you're using the trial reels feature we spoke about in a previous video, you can use that. There's trending audio built in. You can do 4K exports with no watermark, which is really cool. And if you have got skinnier fingers and you are better at using apps, precision editing with speed is definitely ramped up. They're building a really cool free editing app, and let's hope they bring it to desktop too, because it will definitely help me out. For DJs and producers, even if you prefer using desktop editing like I do, this app is definitely worth taking a look. I tend to edit on CapCut, then send it back to my phone and then post it from Edits or finish it off in Edits, especially if you're experimenting with short form content and want to speed up your Reels workflow. At the very least, I use it to test scripts, study retention, and sharpen the delivery. Third one we're going to talk about is Lockable Reels, and this is kind of with an invite code only. Instagram has been testing out this new feature. It's called Lockable Reels, which lets you share content that's only viewable with a code. Yeah, like a secret code. It's super cool. And when someone lands on the lock reel, they'll see a message, enter the code to unlock. And this has already been used by The Weeknd, who provided a scene from his film using the code I Can't Sing. Instagram says this is meant to be built for exclusivity, connection, and if you know energy between creators and therefore artists, musicians, and fans. Now, this is still limited, and if you've got it, let me know in the comments, but here's why it matters. For DJs and producers, imagine you using this to share a track preview, and you send it out to your mailing list, and you send people back to your Instagram from your mailing list. It's going to help that retention and help with growth. It also gives to your audience. Drop a kind of behind the scenes clip from your latest gig, or reward top members of your Discord or email people with exclusive content, which they have to have the code, which you then email out. Create a kind of hidden teaser for new merch or limited release. It really helps that fan connection and access. And then once this rolls out wider, it could become a really powerful tool for building your inner circle within Instagram without needing Patreon or Telegram. Keep an eye out if they do roll this out, because as everything, if they roll out a feature, testing it and building a core fan base, this one's gonna be gold. And as platforms drop new features, they wanna push them, so there's usually loads of free reach. And you could actually tie in a ManyChat bot that maybe delivers the full track. Say it was a clip on the unlock, and then they comment with a certain word, and then it's basically sent them the full SoundCloud preview. You can actually link the two together. Now, if you're finding this helpful and you want to go deeper after 20 years of being in dance music and 10 years of helping DJs and producers build real careers online, I finally wrote the thing I always wanted to write. It's called Gather, Give and Grow, and it's an Amazon #1 book. It's the Instagram blueprint for DJs and music creators. And in this book, I break down the exact system I use to help artists go from unknown, booked, and followed without begging for attention or burning out. We cover how to attract the right fans, how to create content that builds trust, and how to grow a fan base in a way that actually leads to bookings, releases, and real momentum. And if you want a copy, check the link in the description or just comment 3G's book and I'll reply with a link. And whether you're starting out or looking to level up, this is everything I've learned in one place. And we've had some great reviews for it. So if you've taken value from anything here I've shared, this is one thing I'd love you to check out. And it comes in either hardback, paperback, or in Kindle. Number 4, 3-minute reels, but use this with caution. Instagram now lets you post reels up to 3 minutes long, triple the previous limit. And that sounds great, right? But here's the actual thing. Just because you can post longer reels doesn't mean you should post longer reels. Most DJs and producers get more growth out of making tighter, sharper 30-second clips that hold an attention rather than dragging something out, losing the people halfway through. Even Instagram said themselves, longer reels are fine if you know how to tell a story, but they still recommend staying under 90 seconds unless you're doing something that really holds attention. And honestly, if you're still watching this, you already know long form content requires planning, structure, and effectively storytelling. And if you want me to do a video on breaking down how to tell stories as a DJ or a music creator, comment the word storytelling below and I'll make that happen in the future. Number 5, there's some big DM upgrades, including music sharing, translations, and more. Instagram have also made a bunch of powerful upgrades to DMs that are actually helpful. And if you're trying to build a deeper fan connection, run a community, or promote your smarter music audience, here's what's new and how it helps. Right, firstly, sharing 30-second previews in chats. You can now send a 30-second preview of music directly in DMs, and it's pulled from Instagram's audio library. It plays right inside the chat like a mini Spotify preview. And for DJs and producers, sending your preview of your next upcoming release to superfans, share new finds in group chats or broadcast channels, and use it to follow up with labels, playlist creators, or promoters. It's a slicker way to send music that speaks for itself. Number 2, message translations for a global fan base. DMs now support instant translations. Just hold the message and tap translate. And why does this matter? If your fans are speaking from Spain, Brazil, Korea, after seeing a clip or a reel, you can actually understand and reply. It's that little small touch that shows you care and makes the global engagement even easier. Also, if you're sending demo messages for demos that you're sending to labels and DMs, you can actually send them in your own language and a person can still see your message and see that you've sent a message, meaning demos might get signed. Now, I don't recommend sending demos via DMs. Email is always the way, but people do it and it works. But you can send the message so you're not just sending a blind thing. You can schedule messages in DMs now. Yep, you can actually schedule messages to send later. Perfect if you're in a different time zone or you want the time of promo push. Use cases maybe this is like be first to kind of drop a pre-save link at midnight to a load of people. Remind fans about your set before a live stream. Keep your promo tight without kind of forgetting follow-ups. You can also now pin messages in chat. You can pin specific messages, not full chats, but the top of any one-to-one group. Use it to keep private links visible, highlighting your latest track, save important collab messages without kind of losing them in the scroll. Really cool. And the final one is you can use group chat QR codes and run fan group or team run chats. You can now generate a QR code to invite people directly, perfect for after a set or during an event. Scan the code, join the chat, no need to find or add people manually. These updates aren't flashy, but they're just really functional. They give you better tools to build trust, stay organized, and make promo work inside the inbox, where lots of real growth actually happens. Okay, if you've watched this far, you're already serious about building something real, not just chasing the likes. And that's precisely why I've created the Artist Blueprint, my complete course for DJs and music producers who want to grow an online fan base, build and turn that into bookings and releases and long-term momentum. It's the same system I've used to help artists go from their bedrooms to touring, from zero to record deals, and from invisible to undeniable. And if you're ready to take the growth seriously, let's jump on a call, comment the word blueprint, or jump on the link in the description. We have a call, see where you're at, let's see where you want to get to, and see if the course is right for you. Right, so let's recap what has changed. Instagram content, including Reels, captions, carousels, is now being indexed by Google. There is new post sizes again, from 1080 to 1440. That's a 3x4 format, which fits your phone better. Instagram has dropped a new editing app, Edits, with a built-in insights and a free teleprompter. Lockable Reels are on the way, letting you drop exclusive content behind a code. Reels can now be up to 3 minutes long if you've got the storytelling to back it up. And DMs have had some huge upgrades with music previews, scheduled messages, translations, and a few more. These updates open the door to increased visibility, deeper connection, and greater control over your artistic growth. But if you're still stuck trying to build your first 1,000 fans on Instagram, or you're unsure of where to start, then you want to watch this video next where I break it all down. I'll see you in there.